Hey, what do you know? In 2005. Oh yeah, and this is the Funky Fetus Man is in this. Okay.
The famous Funky Fetus Man.
Yeah, the famous Funky Fetus Freaker, the famous Funky Fetus Freaker Man.
Yeah. You know, they're making a sequel to that video game.
They are, and
Yeah.
I guess it's been in like production hell
The
for a
first game
while.
wasn't even that good. The story was bad, and the gameplay was just existing.
Also, it's weird that the plot to this Lele animation. It's like, uh, if some artist wanted to make it a comic about it, then it would exist.
What, Shad Man?
Yeah, or others
Yeah.
that aren't Shadman. I feel like Shadman's the obvious one that everybody uses, but he's not the only one.
Well, what do you think kids are doing nowadays? That's what kids are doing.
They find a robot.
No, they talk about sex all the time and talk about being adults and course a lot. That's what kids do nowadays. I'm not joking.
Nowadays, really?
Yeah,
When I was a kid,
nowadays,
we talked about
my
SpongeBob.
sister's a music teacher, and she gets this all the time, and she's teaching like 5 and 6-year-olds. So
I could kind of see that. My dad taught sixth graders, and they talked a lot like that. I remember my dad told me that he can see everything that the kids are doing on their Chromebooks to make sure they're not like watching anything or like doing what they're supposed to. And he said that one time some dumb kid decided to look up.
I don't
I
smoke.
think it's R. Yeah, it's Rret, Cigarette. But yeah, he said that some idiot kid looked up hot anime guys on
Was it a
the
woman?
Chromebooks. No, it was a guy,
Why hot anime guys?
little gay boy,
Oh.
and my dad was just like he just looked at him really concerned, and then blocked his Chromebook.
Yeah.
So what did you watch this on?
I think maybe YouTube.
Oh yeah. I'll see if it's on YouTube. Oh my gosh, it's so loud.
Tone it down.
There you go. I was like so much louder than what we normally use. I already hate this. Let's watch Medea Halloween instead.
It's only 50 minutes long.
Nice guy. Oh my gosh.
So I'll give you a little context here. Masters of Horror was this short-lived pilot idea for his horror anthology series for like a TV series or TV show that never got fully made. And what they would do is get like famous horror directors and have them make a episode or two. So this episode was made by John Carpenter. Yeah, the baby's happy.
So apparently this has like a French name, and I think the French name was on our normal movie streaming service. So I don't think it was called by the English name, but that's okay. We're watching it now. I only know Norman Reedus from Death Stranding. I know he was in Walking Dead, but I never watched Walking Dead.
Their weapon.
What if he gets out of the car and Layla attacks him? How you feel? I'm pretty sure that guy is the guy who voices Poe's dad, adopted dad in Kung Fu Panda. The Asian guy.
Oh, sweet. Ping.
Yeah, Master Ping.
Master Ping.
Yeah, he's a master making soup.
Oh, I see.
Quality assurance purposes.
He is not the guy who plays Ping.
No, he's not. Similar
Panda.
voice.
He was in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, though.
Oh, nice.
What do you know about it?
I know it played once. Opening night premiere of the Festival International de Cinema Fantastique.
Did he play Daphne?
Violence erupted in the theater. When Hans Bakovic, the
Yeah.
director, tried to get
I'm talking about real power.
So if you don't catch on yet, this is about a Hall film based on snuff
I even had
films.
tickets for the
Something like
screening,
Mr. Hands, you know?
but I'd seen
Where someone
Bakovic's
died making the
previous work and
movie.
I wasn't impressed.
You know,
So
Norman
I was
Reedus
first
sounds completely different than I thought he would sound.
Instead,
Hoping to.
Well, this is
win a
young Norman
surprise.
Reedus. This is like
In '83,
early
the
mid-20s.
Rotterdam Festival announced the
Yeah, he
screening.
sounds so hip.
By the time I've flown there, they had cancelled.
Yeah, he's about to say Skibidi
saying
right
it was an
now.
error.
As I
The
know,
fact
so.
that the venue had burned down must have had something to do with it.
You ever seen that politician from Australia talk
Everyone
about
showed the films.
why we shouldn't ban like
Every rumor
YouTube
about
and
Norman on screen.
Twitter for
Official
little kids in
report
school?
from Sitges. Mr.
Why we
Spearman,
should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
Why are you giving me this?
Oh, okay.
Because in Australia, they're not ban like Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff for kids because they think kids are getting retarded from the internet. So she's like, no, we shouldn't do it. And the thing is, whole idea of teaching this lesson that we shouldn't do it is by making a whole entire speech where she speaks only in Twitter and YouTube slang. And because of that speech, it was so cringe and stupid. That just makes a good point why we should ban it for kids. Like, we should just get rid of it.
There's going to be so much backlash to that, though. So much.
Why?
To show you something.
I mean, it's basically what I see it as is locking a freedom of speech in a way.
Okay. But
Where
it's for kids. Like, you know, alcohol is bad for kids. Smoking bad for kids. This affects early development because of all the hyper, you know, flashing imagery and stuff. It adds, like, you know, ADHD syndrome. It makes you stupid. It makes you impatient.
I mean, I guess if they regulated YouTube and Twitter to a certain
They always
degree.
try doing that. It's impossible. You just gotta tell kids not to do it.
Well, no, basically, like,
Mr. Sweetman,
if you really wanted to do that, kind of,
what you told me?
YouTube and Twitter would need to, like, locate a good, like, 100 certified channels. So, obviously, like, the
You
big
can't
names would
do
be,
that.
like,
It's
you know,
impossible. It's impossible.
like the Sponge... No, what I mean is, like, the SpongeBob account or the Sesame Street account. Like, start with those. And then do, like, a couple of, like,
You would have to make an
kid-oriented-
entirely new platform and then have people go to that platform.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
But that would cost a lot of money and it's not worth it.
Money is no object.
Yeah, but if you
it's
kept ad
easier just to
revenue
tell
on the
kids
videos,
that you can't use the apps to get onto these websites.
Not a well.
See, and the weird thing is, how could you ban it?
The days are numbered.
I mean, isn't it all up to the parent? Couldn't the parent just be like, here's my iPad?
Yes, they could.
Yeah, so it's a fruitless effort that they're doing.
It is, but at least it can help make kids less stupid in some degree.
It's a shitbox.
Then they'll just watch SpongeBob on TV where SpongeBob farts.
And you're happy to sell 50 tickets.
Yeah, that's also bad.
I mean, like, come on, you know?
Yeah, but you should listen to a speech. It's just like, no cap, yeesh, what the hizza, and then she ends her speech with skibidi. And it just proves a point that you're retarded if you freaking watch that kind of content.
I feel like, you know, you could do a good speech, but, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, I'm not
you
paying attention to this at all.
Yeah, so here's the thing with this movie right now. That in the room is an angel, you know, like God and the angels, who got
Yeah.
kidnapped and got his wings cut off, and the film is about him getting his wings cut off and filmed it. That's the movie that they're trying to talk about and steal it. And the whole premise of this thing is that the film itself of the angel getting his wings cut off is coarse, and if you watch it, you die.
Wasn't that guy in Lost?
You can look it up. I don't think he is. I think this is from 2006, which Lost is like from 2003. And he doesn't look like him.
Oh yeah, it's not him. He just looks vaguely similar.
Yeah, again, like the pink guy. He's got a magic 8-ball. What are you gonna do with it?
He's sniffing it.
Are you my sweet man, Kirby?
Oh, boobies.
Always.
Heroin.
Oh,
yes.
that's weird. That's weird. I thought this released on television.
It is. It was going to, but it never did.
Oh, weird. You didn't review this. I thought you reviewed this already.
No. I've seen it before. I just haven't reviewed it. So there was his life story. He got a loan. They had to pay back, and also his girlfriend killed herself. And also they were druggies.
Down here.
Oh, you disappointed me, Ram.
What?
When he said you've got 1 week, I was waiting. I was waiting for the funny joke.
Well, he's gonna shoot him up.
Why don't you take somebody else's cigarette that they just blew?
I've read all this.
Well,
kind of
when you're a
shit.
druggie, it doesn't matter.
Good critic.
A high's a high.
Big fan of the esoteric. This is? All of this? Is that one review?
Almost finished now.
But you see, he's obsessed with his film. After
There's
watching
a
it,
chance that there still may be a print out there.
it made him go
It's hard to
insane.
find it.
It's a good stuff, though.
Shake it off and walk away.
But you see how this connects to something like Mr. Hands? Have you seen that? People get obsessed with the most
I don't
disgusting.
know.
Mr. Hands, a guy who died having sex with a horse on film.
Oh, okay, yeah, I never seen that.
Well, that's a popular thing on the internet. You talked about Mr. Hands before, though. Like last night.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. I got a recording. I can play it for you.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you have. I know for a fact.
All right, show it to me then. What is Mr. Hands and how was I talking about it?
I like how every now and then you always reference something that I never knew you knew existed, and I bring it back, and you're like, "Huh? What is that?" And I'm like, "No, you told me about it before."
I think you're I know Yellow Melon was texting you last night.
No,
so maybe
it
you're
wasn't
thinking of
Yellow
him.
Melon. It was definitely you. I think about my dead girlfriend again.
So yeah, after this, show me the footage. Because I
I'll
definitely
have
didn't
to
talk. I've
skim
never
through
heard
it
of the hands before or something.
Mr. Hands. Okay, have you heard of Two Girls in One Cup?
Yes, I've heard of that.
Well, there you go.
It's a
That's
popular,
another. That's another snuff
thing.
Yeah,
film.
but this is different. I'm looking for something that may not even exist.
That's
Oh,
what a
okay.
snuff film is. Something disgusting and vulgar that
Oh!
shouldn't be seen.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. No, I was not. I don't know what Mr. Hands is. I was talking about that TLC video. An episode of it's like a show where they interview weird people, and it was a guy who had sex with horses,
Oh yeah,
and they interviewed him.
yeah, that's it.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay,
And I know it because H3H3 did a video
but
on
Mr.
it.
Hands is like the same
I
thing.
like to prove him right. Besides, I'd like to see the film.
So I was like, what the heck is Mr. Hands?
So how you liking the film so far?
I don't know. I mean,
I give it a 70%. It's probably the highest rating I gave to any Hall film so far.
I don't know. I feel like the plot just isn't really engaging me that much.
I thought the plot was really
What do
good.
you know about Patent League?
The cinematographer.
Yeah, you think
So
he-
I guess it's all about like the mystery of like, oh, this film. Why has nobody seen it or something?
No, it's a metaphor or like a deeper understanding of or a philosophical understanding of like snuff films and why they shouldn't be made
There's a
or
wall of silence around
enjoyed,
this film.
and
Around Bakovic's whole
and
life.
the craving or like
You just talk to him for a second.
the angst for anyone who
But there's no
enjoys it
records that
and
he's
why they
dead.
obsess about it.
Bakovic is quite dead.
Who told you that? His family, his friends? Anybody maybe you could introduce
Like, you
me
know
to?
how the
Okay.
internet's obsessed with Mr. Hands and all that stuff? Well, Two Girls in One Cup. Because you know about that one. But yeah.
Yeah, people just. I guess it's something where like everybody knows it exists, so it's just mentioned. I've never heard of anybody obsess over it.
Well,
but
there's
it's-
plenty of people obsessed with it. Just like how this film is talking about this angel getting his wings cut off. Everyone's obsessed with this film. But yeah, so far, if you don't watch Jacob's Ladder, which is on the list, this is the highest rated horror film we saw. Jacob's Ladder is way better.
Disappoint me.
Well,
You should not be
one
here.
star
Well, it's
better.
named after
I thought we
me.
were friends.
Yeah.
You know more than you tell me.
Silent Hill
You were
games are
my
based
director
off
on
of
Bachman's short films,
Jacob's
isn't it?
Ladder,
Because you do
or
not
inspired by.
understand.
I don't understand anything that's happening to me.
But you see, seeing like a snuff
Sorry,
film
you're
causes
really
mental
number.
scars, like psychological
It's an
issues
excellent
that
collection.
will last for a long time where you keep remembering it. And this is more like an exaggeration where they're having physical pain too.
He does have items given to him
Physical
by the back of his
dismemberment and all that stuff.
estate. God knows why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk to these two guys. They seem like good, fine gentlemen.
I admire a man like Balkovic.
This is probably like one of the worst
Unafraid
places to
to
watch a movie.
transgress
There's too much
in
sunlight.
life and in art.
And then see, this guy is a guy who gets inspired
You're
by
not listening to me,
snuff
my friend.
films to create his own, which
Come
involves
all
killing
this
people.
way.
So you don't get what just happened. They just saw the film, but he doesn't remember it too well, and everyone went psychotic and killed each other.
Huh? Fuck you, psycho.
Yeah, see, he's remembering his dead girlfriend who died killing herself in a tub because of a drug rehab issue.
Just here because you thought it would become a place.
Hans, like Mr. Hans.
Affordably than Hollywood could. 20 years later.
Oh, Hans.
So many questions.
Yeah, SpongeBob Mr. Mr. Hans is Mr. Hands this whole time.
Do you have a print of Le Absolute Mall?
He was having sex with his
That's not
hands,
what
his
you
bare
want to know.
hands.
Absolutely. During the last year of his life, all he did was watch it.
He watched it every day and every night. It's on 2 wheels? I assume it was a short film. It's like barely anything in the film, just them cutting off the angel's wings and that's it. Now he's gonna go watch the film. He's like, yes, I got my snuff film, I got my popcorn, I'm ready.
What snuff film has credits?
Well, this is a full-on snuff film that, you know, has a whole team of people making it, apparently. You know, the actors, special effects, whatnot. You see, he wants to make the film longer by putting his intestines in the film wheel. Now I want to see what the movie's like. Play it.
Yeah, how are they thinking of showing this on television?
Come on, play an intestine movie.
Walter, what are you doing? What's going on here? What filthy fucking thing? What is this?
We don't want to be here.
What is this? The intestine movie?
Spending a lot of time doing things I never would have expected.
It's my favorite
Sitting
movie.
outside your theater for days at a time with a loaded gun. Or letting my business
Inside
go to
Outside,
hell
my
while
favorite
I figure
movie.
out ways to ruin this. Just one more
Pay him the
fluke on a stack
loan.
of bodies tomorrow.
You got the freaking shack. You can pay him back. Show him the shack. Yeah, this whole scene could have been avoided if you just, you know, show him the shack in his pocket. Say, hey, look, I can pay you back now. Now we get to watch the film. I don't know, they seem to be enjoying the film. Oh, he's still alive? I guess he just stabbed his eyes out. It's a hallucination, don't fall for it.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
So cold.
Why would your daughter come out of the TV naked, you know?
We'll get you out of here.
It's obviously a trap. Don't.
Daddy?
You like how you're just watching it? You're just watching it happen.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, like I said, hallucination. It's not real.
Randy.
See, this film inspired violence. Well, you did. You could have just kept the money. You didn't want the money? Money good.
This film inspired violence. Just in general, it inspired violence.
No, snuff film is about violence. That's why snuff film's so bad.
I love you. I'm sorry.
And also, mental torture. Now there's the angel. He's taking his film and he's going home. He's like, my work here is done. I made the film. Now he gets to watch. Now the angel gets to watch the film at home, in heaven. And that was the film. Kobe.
His name's Kirby?
Yeah, and Fung. Yeah, I give it like 70%, maybe 75% on debating. But I thought it was really well written. Some of the acting was kind of off. It didn't have enough of a budget. And there wasn't too many like horror things to like, be like super scary and whatnot. It like saves all the scary bits to the end. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. What do you think? Well, you don't give it a half star?
I don't know. I just have... It's like the last movie we watched. I just have no feelings towards it.
Because it's too... well, the last film is not that, but this is an intellectual film. It makes you think.
Yeah, it's just like... It's not terrible. It's not terrible. There you go. That's my assessment.
Well, you don't think it's
terrible.
well written? You don't think about like the deeper ideas or philosophical ideas of the film?
I don't care.
You don't ponder that stuff?
Not really.
No. You just think poo poo sneaky, and you're like, ha ha ha, big funny.
Yeah, I find what I find funny, and I get bored what I get bored by.
Okay.
Simple as that. All right. Well, there was that.
I thought it was the best film we saw so far.
The best one we saw so far for me is Army of Darkness.
Well, that one's a good film too, but I'm just saying like film quality, like what's best when and directed.
I was having the most fun with Army of Darkness. That was the one I was enjoying the most. And then I forgot what number 2 was on the list.
Number 2 wasn't even the film we watched. I think it was Hotel Transylvania.
Oh yeah, it was Hotel Transylvania. Number 3 was Cube.
I'm surprised you weren't bored watching Cube, because Cube was more boring than this. Because this,
I found the characters really interesting.
Yeah, but this had an interesting idea, story. Cube didn't really.
Well, think about it.
What?
Like, why do I like Ponyo? Because I like the characters a lot.
Because under the cute little girls. That's an animation.
That's the same thing. I mean, it's not the same thing with Cube, but with Cube, it's the characters. I really like the characters.
They're just one-note stereotypes, though. He was.
I don't really see him that way.
He was the one angry guy. He was the one lazy guy. He was the one autistic guy, and it's just stereotypes, and that's it. Nothing deeper than that.
He knows more about the cube. The worth. He knows more about the cube than he's letting on.
Yeah, but.
And then, what's funny is that the police officer who's supposed to be helping you ends up being the guy who is a murderous guy at the end, and the doctor who's supposed to stay calm and collected while they're helping you as well. She's the one who's completely scared and is like, "Oh, we're all gonna die." Funny, ironic.
So interesting. The only interesting thing about it is that you technically can leave the cube by doing absolutely nothing and waiting. That's the only interesting about it. Like from a philosophical debate or idea.
I don't really think about it philosophically. For something like that, I put myself in their shoes of like, what if I was stuck here?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it interesting. It's just like that's what I think about after watching it. I'm like, I start envisioning like, what if I was there?
Yeah.
How would I get through this? What would I feel? What would I be thinking?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care. You'd be stuck in this cube and be like,
no, I would
"Eh."
literally sit there, just like they said, and guess what? I would have escaped pretty easily.
So you would have just sat there and waited for something to happen, even though you were unsure if something would ever happen?
Yeah, I'll probably sit there for like a good hour or two, and then I'll hear noises like of things moving, and I'll wait until I think it's time to go, and that's when I'll go.
So I think no normal human would just sit there for a full hour and just wait it out.
If you have patience, you would.
Well, yeah, but you have no idea what you're doing or what's going on.
Yeah, but you do know that every single room ahead of you has traps, so why would you move from that room? Why risk
Well, not
it?
every room has traps.
Why risk it, though? Would you risk it if you knew that all the rooms ahead had traps? Would you risk it? Would you leave?
No. Not all the rooms ahead has traps.
I know,
the
not
second
all of
room they
them,
tried.
but I mean, for you, if you have no one to help you move from room to room and you're by yourself, would you risk it to go through a room that might have a trap?
If I had the thought process that there was a way out, then yes, because I'm stuck here.
You probably wouldn't. You would probably just sit there and accept death.
That's true. I probably would.
I'm guessing from
Well,
your
see, but then-
perspective. Not from me. I'll
Well, but
just
then again-
wait there for like an hour until I think of a plan. And if I hold a
But then again,
noise.
from my perspective, why wait? If I'm stuck in this cube, I'm just gonna find the nearest trap that instantly kills me, and I'm just gonna kill myself.
You wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, okay. Of course, I would have.
I'm thinking about you because you wouldn't have the moxie to get like something to kill yourself with.
Well, no. What, like the trap where it's like a spike thing, or not a spike thing, but the first trap that we saw, where like before you even know it, you've just been sliced into thousands of different chunks.
Yeah.
Like that one, like, you're instantly dead.
You're not instantly dead with that one.
Really?
No, you'll feel it, and you also would have like you'll have some sense of vision from it. You can still see.
Oh, for like a split second though, because it cuts your brain and your neck. So
no, you'll be like awake for a good like a minute and a half until you die from that.
What, really?
Yes.
So if your neck gets severed from your brain.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Have they tested that? Is that actually a thing?
Yes, in medieval times, I mean, decapitation with the guillotine and stuff.
Yeah.
They've proven recently with science that you're alive for like a good 5 minutes after decapitation. So if
Really? That's so interesting.
Yeah, and with the whole slicing thing, if you slice that many times, you probably got like a minute and a half before you finally die.
That's so interesting, though. Yeah, I mean, everything in my life has taught me that once you're decapitated, you're instantly dead.
No, you're not. No, you're alive. You can see.
That's actually
you just
really
can't talk
interesting.
because you don't got any way to speak.
Yeah. Can you move your eyes?
Yeah, you can.
Weird. I guess none of the executioners thought to actually look at these people and be like, "Whoa, their eyes are moving."
Yeah. Be funny.
It's just interesting. I never knew that.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Wait, want to see something else? You want to see something short, like a Halloween?
No.
No.
I mean, David S. Pumpkin is only 25 minutes.
Why you want to watch that again?